Happy April 1st. I don't even have a joke for you or a trick, but here we are. Hope you're all healthy and at home, self-isolating and all that. This tune that we're going to do for this month is called The High Heel Shoe. It's a traditional fiddle tune. It's kind of like I guess it's more like a polka than it is a reel. And it's a lot of fun. Some of you love interesting and unique fiddle tunes that go lots of different directions, and this is certainly one of them. And others of you may be more interested in Irish music or Celtic music or world music or classical. So I'm going to continue to try to give you a good mix of everything. That way everyone can be equally disappointed at some point, but equally excited about a new song for a different month. So thanks for sticking around. I think this one is a good one. You're gonna love it. Even if you're the sort that doesn't really care for fiddle tunes, this one's pretty fun. It's a 3-part fiddle tune, as you'll see. The A and B parts are in the key of G, and the B part is in the key of C. And the B part, because the version I like has some chromatics in it, I made an alternate version that's quite a bit easier. So I think you will, whether you're a beginner and you want the easy version, or if you're more intermediate and advanced and you want to learn how to use all those E flats and D sharps, either way, there's something here for everyone. I wanted to give a quick shout out to my new Patreon patrons. Just since that last post I made, I picked up 2 new people, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it, but I'm gonna try. So welcome to Mary Jo, and the other one, let me find here, is Nancy. So welcome. Well, let's get right to the music. I'll start with just the A part. I encourage you to have your pause buttons ready so that as I play a section, you can pause and rewind as you go. So find that on your browser. You might also not realize that if you go in your YouTube screen, and if you're on a desktop computer, if you hit the gear icon, or if you're on an iPad or another iOS device like a cell phone, if you hit the button, I think it's usually in the top right corner that has 3 dots, like the dot, 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 you can click that, and that will open up a window where you can select to change the playback speed. So if any of this is too fast or too slow for you, you can change the speed either to a standard, I don't know, like 3/4 speed, I think is one of the options, half speed, or you can do the customized speed. So maybe you just want it a little bit slower, so you can hit the 90%. If you have questions with that, let me know in the comments on Patreon. Okay, so let's get to it. Here is the A part. Okay, so we're in the key of G. The main part of the melody for the A part is the G arpeggio. And you'll keep coming back to these notes. So it starts with pickup notes, B, C, D. And then you go back down the way you came up. Then at that point, and keep in mind, I'm going to show you this as if you're right-handed. Lefties, you can check that out in here in a minute. But for righties, you're going to make this little triangle shape. That outlines your G chord. So to start, we have now's a good time to hit pause. Try that again. Here it is again. And then going on, we do another D, B, D. But this time it goes up to a B. I just gave you a preview. So the top note at first will be a G, then it goes up to a B, then it goes back to a G. After the first G, here's the G, and then high B, and then G. Let's play that at the same time. I'll count you off and be ready to hit pause at the end of this lick. So 1 and 2 and 3. All right. You can hit rewind as many times as you need to get that. And now this takes us to the last two notes of the second measure, right before the first ending. So we ended with, let's see, we did. And after that D, we have an EG. D, E, G. Now that D is going to fall on your left hand if you're right-handed. So, and that means our first ending is going to start with the right hand. F, D, E, D. And then we're going to walk up our scale all the way from C natural up to G. So here are those three notes before the first ending, starting on my left hand because it's the upbeat. And I ended on a G. That G is the first note of measure 4, the second line. So when we arrive at the G, we're going to wiggle around it. We'll go below it, we'll go above it, we'll go below it, and then back to the G again. Oops, ignore that last note. So play it with me. We're going to play that much, starting with your left hand, 3 notes before the first ending on D. 1 and 2 and 3. And all that leaves is 3 little pickup notes. And then we're back to the beginning. Okay, now for lefties, you can watch my hammer pattern here and use the slow down function if you need and pause. Right-handed players, you're gonna just play along under tempo. So this is the first 2 times through the A part, but I'm going to stop at the second ending. Lefties, I'll be playing it left-handed for you. 1, 2, and 3, and... And that took us all the way to the second ending. So let's pick it up there. Here is the second ending. I'll go back to being right-handed again. You'll have your F sharp with your right hand, D below it with your left hand. And it's F, D, E, D. And then add a C. F, D, E, D, C. Starting on C, it's going to do the same thing where it kind of teeter-totters its way down. C, A, B, G, A. And then G, F sharp, A, G. So that whole second ending is wiggle, play it with me. I'll count you in. We're starting right on the second ending. 3 and 4 and. That's the whole A part. In the next video, I'll show you the B part, and because it's short, I might even include the C part, but stay tuned.